friends and family, it's Chloe again. I hope you can hear me. There's a little bit of a breeze, so you might get a lot of the wind noise in there since the microphone is sort of sensitive. But today we are out and exploring, and when I say we, me and you, and I got Silvermist with me.
Hello!
She's doing the filming for me right now. And we are at a haunted location today, but I'm doing it during the daytime. And today I want to talk a little bit. I'm going to make this a no-cut video so that I don't have to edit it, so you don't have that Filmora banner on here. So we're going to talk kind of fast and make it kind of a quick video today. For those of you that don't know, I am a little bit into the paranormal. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit. I'm very into the paranormal. And this place that we're at today is in a suburb of Minneapolis. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you where it is. But it was owned by a family that was into flour milling, and it's right on a creek, which is today really very high. So we're gonna just take a look around. It's not open. We're not gonna break in or anything, but I know the place is haunted because I've seen things inside the house. Now during the summer they do tours here. I do support some other YouTubers, namely what I call the Florida crew, which is like Oh My Gosh and James the Fam and Chelsea Luna. I also support CJ Faison, and he's from Delaware. He used to be a NASCAR driver, so you should check him out too. But they recently, and I also support like the Holy Walkers, Todd from the Holy Walkers, and then Rob and Joe from Urban Ghost Urban Exploration, or UGUE. So check out those people too. I've never done a collab, I've never met them, but I do watch their videos, so they're really cool. But recently they got in trouble for going into abandoned places that were open, and a couple of them actually got arrested for trespassing. So it's like a museum, but we're not going to go into the home. We're going to go walk around, and it is during the day. There are other people here that come. As you can see, the gate is open. If you can show the gate, that the gate is open, so we can come in here. People do come in here. They have picnics here and stuff. They do activities here during the summer from the city. So we're going to go ahead and explore a little bit. We're going to take a look around here. So here's the house. It's a Victorian style house, and I have seen weird things in the windows from standing out here in the past. So if you see anything, please comment below. Please leave a comment below anyway, and let me know who's watching this video. Give me a thumbs up, a like, a dislike if you don't like it. That's fine too. It's not going to bother me. Did I just see a bat fly back there?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the sign.
It could have been a fly. It could have been a bird too.
I was going to read the sign for you.
Oh.
If you want me to.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the Burwell house. So, it says, the Burwell house captures the life of the Burwell family in 1894. The structures were restored to 1894 to reflect the time period of Mr. Burwell's involvement with milling and to preserve as much of the historic fabric as possible. Guided tours of the restored Burwell house include 2 floors with a parlor, dining room, 2 kitchens, a bathroom, and 5 bedrooms. The home is furnished with original Burwell and period furniture, as well as pieces owned by the city or on loan from the Minnetonka Historical Society.
So this is the Burwell house. I've been in here a number of times. I have captured things during the tours on digital, on like a old tape recorder, and I still have that recording. I have seen things in the house. I haven't exactly filmed and captured things on video. I have captured what I think may be orbs from the kitchen area. There is a room in this house that creeps me out. And it's a guest room, and it's upstairs. And you can see they've got like a bird's nest up there. So I think those are swallows, but then they put those spikes up there to prevent the birds from coming in and making nests. So this is usually the door that they allow you to enter during their tours. But obviously they don't have tours right now. And again, I hope you can hear me because it's getting kind of windy, so you might be hearing a lot of the wind. So this used to be, this creek down here used to come all the way up here. So we would be walking in water right now. But this is called the Minnehaha Creek. And it's quite high right now. I used to go inner tubing down this creek. This is very close to where I grew up. And no, this is not part of my trip down memory lane. I just thought we could come and visit a haunted location today.
Go up on the bridge.
Yeah. And they built this little bridge here. And a little walk path back here. A little trail. I like this stone wall here too.
Silhouette on there says, "Make it happen."
Ha! That's funny. So the creek is really quite tall today, or quite high. You probably shouldn't be walking through their flower garden. But sometimes people come down here to fish. Yes, you can actually fish in here. Going this way, it's really quite peaceful out here, even though there are cars on the street there. But once in a while you can see ducks and geese and stuff come through here. And you can kind of see, yeah, it's quite clear today and it's quite high.
Trust me, people, if we were out at like the river, the Mississippi, the water would not be this clear.
No, the mighty muddy they call it. But if you go this way,
Polluted is
which
what
is, yeah, the creek actually starts way, like several miles away at Lake Minnetonka, which is the second largest, it might be the largest lake that Minnesota has, area-wise.
Area-wise, that's only for Minnesota. Lake Superior borders us
Yeah.
in the north.
Well, I'm thinking Mille Lacs too. Mille Lacs is a pretty good, big-sized lake too.
Mille Lacs is pretty big, but I don't think it's...
So some people do some fishing out here. You can see how peaceful it is, despite the wind today. But I used to go inner tubing down here, and this goes all the way to the Minnehaha Falls. And you can see way down there. We'll walk down there too. There's some rapids down there, right about there. But it gets really loud down there, so... But yeah, you can see how high the water is here. It's quite high and it's moving quite fast today too. We did have a lot of snow over the winter. There's been times where it's been so dry here that you could practically walk across the creek from left to right here without getting your feet wet. So this is like really high. Huh?
At least not very wet.
Yeah.
It's a little wet.
Yeah. Well, some years it's so drought that you could practically walk across here without getting your feet wet, like on the stones. So let's go back up to the Burwell house since we don't have very much time for this video. Yeah, let's stay out of the garden here. Walk over this way. Yeah, this is one of those places I said I was going to film at. And it's right across the street from one of the schools I attended. And I can give you just a look at it. I won't talk much about it today because that's going to be in a different video. And this, no, the street, this one across the street here. It used to be called the Burwell School, but now it's called St. Joseph's or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is the house, and that tower way up here. You can't get up there. It's just a stairwell, and the people that do the tours here, they think that they use that for like cooling the house, because back in the 1800s, of course, they didn't have air conditioning, so they figured they would open the windows to that tower to cool the house off a little bit. And this patio was not here when they first built the house. They added that many years later. So if we come back here,
It's not a little windy, Mommy.
yeah, just a little. So I think this is the parlor here. I can't really show you inside because the curtains are pulled. Oh, look at this. They've got air conditioning in here now. This looks brand new. I haven't been here for a while. But here, this is how they used to get water way back in the 1800s. I hope you can hear me because it's windy again. So what they would do, I don't think it works anymore, but you can try pumping it. They would pump the water like that, and the water would come out that little spigot right there. And that's how they'd get water. And then I think this was the ice house. They would keep ice in here for the winter, or for the summer. They would collect it in the winter. Yeah, this is the ice house. So this is another building. We can't get into this one either.
So the exterior siding of this structure matches that of the former mill office / workshop, which may indicate that it was a building for the milling operation.
Yeah, so they would keep the ice in here in the winter, and then in the summer when it would get hot, then they would come out here and get some ice for their drinks and stuff like that. Now, way back when, people were not as tall as they are as we are today. So they have inside like little lunch buckets, and they're really tiny. So like you could maybe fit like a sandwich and a small bag of chips in it. But that's all they would eat, and it was very small. So this was, I believe, oh, that was the woodshed here. And that isn't really attached to the house. It looks like it is, but there's like a walkway back there. And then they've built this ramp here for people that want to do tours or come in here and use a wheelchair ramp or whatever. We can maybe try to show you a little bit inside the kitchen. I don't know how well you'll see it with the reflection off the windows. Am I recording? Yeah, I am recording. Okay.
I pressed the button.
Yeah. So that's the woodshed. Okay, usually they have the... I don't know how well you can see in there.
Or what you can see.
Or what you can see. But I think that's the kitchen there. And that's where I've seen some of the activity. Oh, they have a bird's nest. That's what it was. I saw a bird. You can see the bird's nest up on the lights right here.
I see.
I thought you said where. I'm gotta be very careful because there might be some birds in there, and I don't want to disturb them and be dive bombed by like sparrows or something. Oh, the tours are June through August. On Tuesday, Saturday, yeah, in September. So then we'll go over here.
Cottage.
Yeah, this was the office, I think, here.
This one's the cottage.
Oh, that was the cottage?
That's the cottage.
That's the
office.
Okay, that's the office. That's where they would do like mail and stuff. Mr. Burwell would do mail and that in there. Oh, they took the little maze thing out over there. There used to be a maze right there for the little kids to play in. But this is where the tour guides would sit in the summer. See, and you can't get in because there's this little box here. So you have to have a key.
This is one of the original 15 cottages.
Let's see. No
Constructed by the workers.
I'm not sure if you can see in there or not. Not really, because it's very reflective. You guys can see us. Hello. But there's a little cottage in there. And then over here, big step down. Over here we have
The mill office and workshop.
the mill office and the workshop. You might be able to see something in here. Kind of. So yeah, you can kind of see in there. We're not going to go in, obviously, because you need a key card to get in there, and I don't want the cops being called on me and me going to jail. Me and
Sign over
Silvermist.
here says, originally located across the mill pond, this building served as Mr. Burwell's office when he managed the Minnetonka Mill Company. When the milling operation ceased, Mr. Burwell moved the building to this site in 1894, and it served as his workshop. After his death, the family converted the building to a garage.
So if you can see that statue right there, that's a statue of a dog. Now, when I was a little girl, because Goliath. Okay, so when I was a little girl, my parents would bring us down here in the summer for their 4th of July celebration, their ice cream social. And I have a picture, a black and white picture of me, I don't know, I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, of me standing next to that dog with my fingers in its mouth. I don't remember that. I don't remember, I mean, I kind of sort of do, but that was like almost 50 years ago, so that dates me. So that's the buildings here. Now, I didn't see anything, but then again, I wasn't really looking for anything. But sometimes, well, we kind of got to watch our time because we're at 15 and a half minutes, and I think this thing shuts off at 18 minutes, so we've only got a few minutes left. So we're going to do this rather quickly. Sometimes when I stand here at this tree, and I look up in that window there, which is the bathroom, that's a bathroom. Sometimes I see movement there. Sometimes I see movement in this window here. I've actually captured on a picture, standing right at this spot, what looks like a figure standing at that window there. So that was a little creepy. So I'm just gonna film down this way. Let's see, I gotta zoom this back out again. Whoop, out. Okay, there used to be a barn back there, behind that yellow fence there. There used to be a barn back there, and apparently it's been said that you can hear voices back there of spirits. Now, I went back there one time, but we're at 16 and a half minutes. I don't think I have time to go back there right now. There's a barn site there. But I went back there one time. Oh, and I was going to film that too. Okay. I went back there one time, and I felt kind of strange back there. So anyway, since we're almost done with this video, I just want to show you real quick. We're kind of walking real fast because I think my camera shuts off at about 18 minutes. So if you see this school over here, that's a school. And I went to school there in 6th grade. Now, my classroom, let's see if I can zoom in here. Okay, my classroom was, if I can focus right, is this one right there on the top floor. That's where I went to school for 6th grade only. And that used to be called the Burwell School, but not anymore. So at this point,